Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long. Can't forget about the times I was hung out alone. Now I'm getting to the money and I'm rocking all these shows. Never mind the things, I'm pulling on, rocking on designer jeans. Fucking on the bitch, and you know she slipping all on the dick. Counting on the rash, yeah, I'm on my shit. Closer to the stars, how I life. What you gon' do, tryna give her 2 lives? On my knees, yeah, I'm tryna get it right. Fighting all the demons all around me. So what you gon' do is you gon' fight. Gotta be well protected. Separate all the wrongs in my life. Gotta be well respected. Keep a pistol on my side. Drive off in that Lexus. Swerve off and go get high. Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long.
Disclaimer. The opinions expressed during this podcast are conversational in nature and expressed only in comedic and entertainment purposes. Not all of the facts will be correct, but we attempt to be as accurate as possible. At least I think we do. My bad, y'all. Theater holds no liability over these conversations on this podcast, and using this podcast, you understand that it is solely for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the damn show. Laugh, love, live, and smile more, because we about to. Episode of You Don't Pay Me Enough to Care, and y'all can see tonight I'm here with my special host, Am in the building, lyrical content in the building,
Hollywood,
my nephew Izzy in the building. What's up, y'all? Like,
what's happening?
Don't get
Ain't
quiet
nobody
on me
getting.
now.
You already know what I'm on.
Oh my God! Already, we starting already. We starting already.
And we can't smoke in here today.
It's on.
Yeah, ain't no more smoking.
You know what I'm on.
They
Don't worry about it.
Out here, Saudi.
We can vape though, bro.
Saudi is fun.
We can vape, bro. We can vape though.
Big man. Host Sebastian and his bitch. Like, so tonight we on episode 26 of, it's called, it's 25. My bad, y'all. It's 25. It's called Blacc is Jealous. And tonight we gonna be talking about like why black people can't support each other and why we always beefing and fighting and carrying on and shooting and killing.
It's so divided.
It's very divided, and we going to war with each other instead of going to war with the enemy. But we consider ourselves the enemy, so that's what it's all about tonight, y'all. And,
but it's not only that; it's also
before you get to running off at the river gibbers.
Oh, that's what we on tonight. That's what we on tonight. Let's do it,
honey. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna open it up with this. Let's do our affirmation and shit, y'all. That way we can get our thoughts together. And but first of all, how everybody doing? Like, how you doing? How y'all week been
doing? Good. Actually,
how you
shit,
feeling?
I've been chilling. You feel me? Staying out the way.
I just want to say one thing. I feel like I've come into a different new. I like to start our shows out with a little prayer.
Okay, we can do a little prayer in a minute.
Because I talked to Jessie. I talked to Jessie the other day, and she was like, "Y'all need to pray more."
Ain't no wrong with a little prayer. We can do a little prayer. How you doing, bro? How you feeling?
Blessed, man.
How your week been going?
Good.
Alright, he said he blessed.
Don't think good. You don't answer the question either. What you want?
How you been? How you doing, sir?
Besides
Sebastian.
Besides y'all getting on my motherfucking I'm doing real good. You got me fucked up. Like, so it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, like, the week been going. Everything been going good. Just trying to keep a level head. Stay focused. That's why I stopped smoking so much weed and all that other stuff, because I can't do that.
Just so y'all know, the new episode of episode 27 will be It Is What It Is.
So, but other than that, like, just chilling for real. Yeah. So, it's been a week since we recorded, so, I'm excited to see what's going to happen tonight.
And you had a couple of nice recordings.
And like I said, we on nights again. Like I said again tonight, y'all, we on episode 25. It's called Blacc is Jealous. And like I said, we gonna talk about like why we can't stick together, why we can't be one, why we can't hold and caress and support one another. So that's what this episode is all about.
And I know people gonna have a lot to say on this because you just recently did a couple interviews with white entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. So it's not about that. Like,
it is about that.
No. What I'm saying is, it's not about the difference.
What you mean?
And
it's always,
because we gotta always iterate what our platform is.
And you right. Like I said, y'all, another thing about the show is y'all know it's for entrepreneurs. So I don't care if you do hair, makeup, nails. It's all about not working a 9 to 5, saying, fuck that, I want to work for myself. And I always got to touch on these subjects because they well and dear to me. And I feel like they need to be voiced and heard by the youth. And yeah, so you gonna get other shows that has nothing to do with working and money and all that other stuff. So like tonight, we really on kind of like a current event type of thing, like
really
topic type of
thing. But we always want to kind of like spill back into what
we gonna give y'all other shows on other shit too as well. So yeah, but you're right.
It's not like it's like a separate from that, but yes, because you just had an interview with the guy from the art museum.
We just did an interview with Sheffield Hale. He's the CEO and president of the Atlanta History Center. Very, very, very humbling interview. Y'all can go check that out on the platform as well too. So
yes, you don't pay me enough to care.
Interview, like so. But yeah.
And then you did the lady with
your prayer?
Oh yes, let's do that.
Y'all want to pray? We can pray.
Raise our heads, because we don't never bow to nobody. Let's raise our heads. I know everybody always say bow, but I always thought it was a raising type of thing.
Okay.
We raise our heads to the Most High, to whoever you believe in, to the God that you want to.
Go ahead.
To the God that you want to serve, that you want to put your trust in. I pray that everything we say, we believe in, we trust in, is all heard and felt and taken in the most positive, generous way that you can possibly take it. What we say, how we feel is never...
My bad, y'all. Let me cut this off. Go ahead, keep going.
It's never a dagger to your life choice. All the universe, all the gods want you to know and believe in and see is that we are all one, we all go through it, and we all have a voice. So let's always speak. Amen.
Amen. Because I was about to say, like, damn, how long we gonna do this prayer?
First of all, don't play off my prayer like
church sermon.
I mean, sometimes people need to hear it. Turn me up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you little ball.
Sometimes people need to hear it, like dead ass.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah,
there you go.
I got you. I mean, shit, it was just a little long.
Good church sermon.
It's good.
Good church sermon.
It was just a little long.
All y'all need Jesus, first of all. All y'all need Jesus. Especially if we talking about jealous black people. If we talking about jealous black people.
Yes, that's. Yeah.
We all are shepherd. Y'all about to go into my old lady mode. Look, I ain't about to do that.
Alright. But yeah,
let's get into it.
Okay, so look, I always like to start it off with my affirmations because I want people to have some food for thought before we start anything, and we gonna go ahead and jump into it like this.
Let's do it.
What you're going to do financially, more than what you're going to do in this industry in the next 3 years, right? More than that, I ask you the question: what's your appetite? What are you going to do that will ensure that when the alarm clock goes off, that you're already up 10, 20 minutes before your alarm clock goes up? Why? You've heard me say it before. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. Listen to me. No alarm clock needed. When Glenn said 6 o'clock, I don't know how it happened, jet lag and all, went to sleep about 3, and the body just, boom, 5:40, woke me up. Hey guys, it's time to get up. We got to go to the lobby at 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock a.m. call, 11 o'clock our time. I don't know what happened, but boom, 5 minutes before 11, the body woke me up. No alarm. I haven't used an alarm clock in over 20 years. What is it? Internally, Eric, I want to be successful. I want to execute. I want to make all my dreams become a reality. I want to do everything I said.
You'll be able to talk again and run
so
your mouth.
Increases. It gets stronger every year. I want more.
Because I'm going to get on these Southern Black country.
Every single year.
The fuck? You'll be able to run your mouth again.
Appetite should go up. You should never get settled. You should never get settled. You should never get content. Every single year. I told you I've been married for 24 years.
What hit you with
so
this?
You think after 24
because when
you
played it the first time, I'm like, what did you get from this?
Right? And just chill. No, I'm asking my wife, what are you wearing before I leave?
The back talk is a good talk.
I want to iron your clothes for the 11 days when I leave. What are you wearing? I call my son. I need you to make sure the meal prep. I need to make sure the bed is clean.
Show.
I need to make everything I do, son. I need you to do it, and I'll give you a couple.
This will be able to run your mouth again.
Son, just take a picture of it, and I'll wire you. Why? Because when you get content, when you settle, somebody's chasing you, somebody's coming from behind, and somebody's trying to take your spot. And so every single day when you wake up, you got to set new goals, new benchmarks. You got to raise it higher and higher and higher so you can make your dreams become a reality. All right, I'm going to show you. Listen to me. A true hunter, watch me. A true hunter is wired differently. He's wired differently. Doesn't have the same makeup. Listen to me. What makes a gazelle is how he's wired. What makes a lion a lion? Okay, let me explain to you. When a lion sees a gazelle and the gazelle sees the lion, both beasts see each other at the exact same time. When the gazelle sees the lion because of how he's wired, he automatically, fear takes over. When the lion sees a gazelle, he lights up. It's showtime. The hunt is on. This is what I was made for.
And it's just like that.
Simple.
Let me and the reason why I put that on is because, like I said, us as black people, we always what's the word? We so envious and jealous of each other. We don't ever want to see the next man being bigger.
You cut off the headphones.
What?
Fans. He trying to get somebody something with the show.
What? I can't hear anything.
You can't hear
the
nothing.
Headphones are off.
Go ahead, talk.
All right, there we go.
You can hear me? Okay,
yeah.
so
I'm on live right now. I want to tag you in it so people know where to go.
Right. Instagram is you don't pay me enough to care. Everything is you don't pay me enough to care. On Instagram is you don't pay to care. Twitter is you don't pay enough. Facebook is Facebook, Twitch. What's the other one? Facebook,
Twitter,
Twitch.
Instagram.
Facebook and Twitch is you don't pay me enough to care. And yeah, so yeah, I appreciate that.
Do people still got MySpace?
Man, okay. Anyway,
hold on.
Okay.
Before we get into that, hold on.
Look. Let me say what I got. Let me get my shit off.
MySpace.
Before we get it right, we gonna cuss her out for that bullshit. MySpace, motherfucker. That was like 1995.
That's before me.
First of all, nah. Don't you dare. Nah. Turn me up in the mic. Turn me up in the mic, cause y'all got me. Nah. Don't you dare. Cause I'm pretty sure it's a lot of y'all that got MySpaces, cause I don't.
I don't.
I just was asking a question.
That's before my time. I'm 2002.
Okay, so look.
Damn.
Let me get my shit
We're
off.
going off topic. We're going off topic.
2002.
Look, reel it back in. I need y'all to reel it back in. Okay, so look. The reason why I had that motivational speak, and y'all know who E.T. is. He like the hip hop preacher. So
right.
The reason why I had that on is because I feel like as black people, we don't support each other. We don't motivate each other. And that was just something like to kind of like put you in the mind of like, this is what you need to do to motivate yourself so you can motivate others as far as our people.
So let me ask you this. Why do
But
you...
wait, I ain't finished.
Okay.
Let me get my shit off real quick before you say what you gonna say. So look, this is how I'm gonna open up the show. So Charles Barkley, about a couple of years ago, and this is old, He was taken up for a football player by the name shit, I forgot his name, but it was a football player where the team was basically saying he ain't black enough.
Okay. He ain't that light skinned.
Hold on, wait a minute. So this is what Charles Barkley said. He said there are a lot of black people who are unintelligent, who don't have success, but it's best to knock a successful black person down because they are intelligent. They speak well, they do well in school, and they are successful. Then he goes on to say, hold on, where is it at? Then he goes on to say, when you are black, you have to deal with so much crap in your life from other black people. It's a dirty, dark secret. I'm glad it's coming out. And then he goes on to say, it's a dirty, dark secret. Anthony, listen, I hate to bring white people in our crap, but as black people, we all go through it when you're successful. So he was going from a standpoint of this successful football player, and I forgot his name that he was talking about, but he was basically saying, like, regardless if you're successful or not, like, you always got to deal with your own kind putting you down. So
that's funny. I was listening to
why
Steve.
Do you feel like that is?
1 second. Off of what you just said, I was listening to Steve Harvey earlier, and a lot of people look at Steve Harvey as like a not funny comedian, like he too serious. But back in the day, he was one of them serious comedians that was funny as fuck because the sarcasm was what was funny. Mm-hmm. So he said the one thing my father always taught me was not to be a broke nigga because it's funny to be a broke nigga and have money to not be able to give to somebody. And I'm like, what? That makes no sense.
Who, your stepfather said this?
No, Steve Harvey said this.
Okay, Steve Harvey said this.
He said in order for it to be funny is if you a broke nigga with no money.
And you said Steve Harvey said this.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I mean, that is funny.
Interesting.
In order for you not to be broke, you can't give money to other niggas. Basically, is what he was saying.
And Steve Harvey said this.
And he from Cleveland.
Let me tell you about Steve Harvey.
You see a lot of wild shit.
And you know I'm about to cause some controversy. I don't give a fuck.
So?
But the thing is, like, I really don't fuck with Steve Harvey for real because I feel like he always been like, he try to play the fence with shit. Like, and it's like, one minute you all black this, black power this, but then in another breath you all on some just like you with that other shit, like the white motherfuckers. Let's call a duck, like my brother said.
This episode,
but like I said, like I kind of agree with him on certain shit.
You just feel like he's more so two-faced with it.
But he two-faced it, like even with the whole shit when Monique was going through shit. But I'm not even about to talk about that. But
how do you feel like? So in a way, I feel like I try to like make sense of Steve Harvey because he is from Cleveland and I'm from Cleveland. So I'm like, yeah, your dad said.
I don't give a fuck where that nigga from.
In order for you not to be broke, don't give to other niggas.
I don't give a fuck where that nigga from, dog.
But that's the whole point of this show right now.
I don't give a fuck if that nigga from Bermuda.
If I'm not giving to people, I'm gonna always make myself greater.
Fuck that nigga, like that nigga ain't for real. Like he real life be on some cool shit, and it is what it is. Like.
He grew up in that age.
Nah, but no,
why you gonna blame him for that?
Nah, he talking about some Uncle Ruckus type shit.
This is jealousy and the hate that we're talking about. This is jealousy and the hate that we're talking about.
Let me cut you up, Neff. I got you, but no.
How are you gonna hate on a man who came up? No, but this what we talking about. The jealousy stuff.
You ever seen the Boondocks?
Nah.
He talking about on some Uncle Ruckus type shit. I know what he's.
First of all,
that's what he talking about.
That's not what he talking about. You need to take your young ass up out of this right now. I hear
that's
what
not
you
what
saying.
you want
to get on her because I'm about to give it to her.
Okay, go ahead.
Pop your shit first, ladies first.
Go ahead with Uncle Ruckus because if y'all didn't understand Uncle Ruckus' point and what the character that he was a black character believing that he was a white man. Who did that first? Dave Chappelle. Go back and see how he did that shit. And the point he was getting across in that shit. Now tell me what you gonna tell me.
I was referring to what he said actually when he said, you know, be on some coon shit. Yeah. You gotta think they only doing what they got to do for TV purposes. That's all entertainment.
Coons.
That's
you
all,
niggers, you coons.
What is a coon?
That nigga.
White power.
You gotta understand. He know he.
I don't even know.
Got more money than
a raccoon.
He got.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Wow.
Catch him.
Go ahead now.
Shit, you gotta think, bro, he at the level right now. He know he got more money than shit most of these niggas that he be talking to anyway. So he gonna say what he got to say and go about his life. He don't give a fuck about us. Shit, that's TV. That's what I'm going with. It's like some Uncle Ruckus type shit. You gonna preach
so
one?
Y'all done what y'all saying? Y'all done with this shit y'all talking about? Because it don't really fucking matter. Like I said, he a coon ass nigga when he be on the shit he be on. Point blank period. Like, fuck all that. You can't play the middleman, like, for real. Like, it's either you with us or you against us. And at the end of the motherfucking day, you got this rich ass black man. I'm not taking nothing away from him. He very successful, very wealthful, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, all that shit. Shout out to Lori and all them motherfucking kids he got. Like, he got about 20 of them bitches. But the thing is, like, you play the middleman sometimes. Like, sometimes you with us, but then when it comes to your bread and shit, you try to disguise the shit as far as like being on their side with shit. Like, you don't want to always. You don't want.
So y'all completely thought Malcolm X. Y'all completely thought Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was 100 with just what they was.
Okay, hold on.
You think these black ass motherfuckers was gonna be able to talk to thousands of people at the White House?
This is what I'm about to say to you, though.
In front of all these people and say what they gonna say and try to oppress what the white people didn't want them to.
This is what I'm gonna say to you, though. This is what I'm saying. Malcolm X, Martin,
for them
niggas.
not selling their soul.
But no, ain't none of them sell their soul for how?
Yes, they did.
How?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
about it. Turn up. Shout out to the cameraman Josh on the lane, man. Go subscribe, man.
Because you may know something I don't.
And then I want to check all y'all because I ain't saying it in the way where they sold their soul in the way where it hindered us.
Right.
I'm saying they sold their soul in the way where they turning in their graves right now because of the way we are taking advantage of what they fought so hard for us to fucking be able to do.
I'm with you on that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm with you on
got
that.
These black people, like I said, they would you talking about people who said they sold. They sold. They did so much other grimy shit. Malcolm X, fucking Muhammad Ali, fucking George Foreman, all these people back in the day were able to be who they were because they had to do outside of and if you really pay attention to movies, like you will see these subliminals.
Right.
Like, even though they put the little white people version in it and then they kind of like put a little black version in it. Like, yeah, they want you to see those little parts because those are the subliminals that are giving you that little bit of fucking information to let you know, like, yeah, this is what they telling you, but this one what we wasn't for.
So like, so you're talking more so, and they sold their soul to their cause.
That's what you're saying.
To be able to have a cause.
Okay.
Because back in them days.
So let me ask you this: who the fuck was they selling
their soul to? If they didn't even have rights, if they didn't even have rights,
okay, let me ask you this:
if you got a kid getting killed over just whispering at a woman, and then you got these men coming up just saying what they saying, doing what they doing. Muhammad Ali was an arrogant ass motherfucker. Malcolm X was an arrogant ass motherfucker. Martin Luther King was an arrogant ass motherfucker. Them was some arrogant ass niggas. So you mean to tell me they ain't, like I said, this man talked on the fucking in fucking Washington to thousands of people.
So the question is are you providing for your flock?
Are we still gonna keep being sheep?
Are you covering for the white man?
My nigga.
Hold on. Because I still ain't got my answer, dog.
So basically,
who the fuck
did he sell his soul to?
This is what I want to know. Since you saying they sold, who the fuck did they sell their soul to? That's what I want to know. You got all the answers, pimping. What's up?
First of all, I ain't never got all the answers. I just speak what comes to my mind.
So who
I
they
speak
selling
what comes to my mind, and if everybody believe in what they believe in,
you telling me that this nigga sold his soul, so I need to know who this nigga sold his soul to.
Maybe he was that one person that sold his soul to the right God instead of the devil.
You saying the right God?
Because guess what? Martin Luther King died.
Martin Luther King had a motherfucking dream
speaking
just like
on some real shit, but order for him to get to that point,
Martin Luther King had a dream just like I got one.
That nigga went to sleep.
I ain't selling my soul.
Shit, that nigga was.
What you saying? Like,
don't you go to sleep and dream?
Is the mic on?
Hold on, clip it back on the clipper. It's coming off the clip.
Can you hear me, bro?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You hear me? Alright, there you go.
My bad.
Turn me on. You leaving me on a lot of shit. Shout out to the cameraman.
What you say?
What I'm saying is, he sold his soul in a good way. There are some people who sell their souls in good ways and bad ways.
Bad ways, right?
There's an evil and there's a good in everything that people do.
True.
And there's also a bridge in that, where you do fuck shit to get where you need to go. Back then, he didn't have much leverage as a black man trying to oppress us. Like, you had to do fuck shit to get to that point where you talking to all these people. Where you at? Where the white people stand?
Right.
He had to do probably grimy shit to get to that point.
Cause you know something, bro?
It is that gay shit.
Black folks weren't with that shit, bro. They weren't with Martin Luther King on that shit. A lot of people supported him, but a lot of people weren't with it. They didn't want to sit with white folks, bro. So, this shit deep, bro. This shit been shit line. This facts, bro.
If you read your history, the people who threw them bricks in his house and tried to burn his house on the first time were black people. They were not white people. Because they were not with what he chose to say and do when he was making his speeches.
What was that he chose to say?
All that shit he was talking, bro. He was talking too much, bro.
He wasn't writing for himself.
He was.
That's because when a nigga gets to speaking the truth, they want to cover that shit up. That's what that shit is.
Before the man died,
that's what
you can see it in his face. He knew it was over. You know when you finna leave this motherfucker.
He said it.
He said it, bro.
And he said it. All right. Look, I get all that what y'all talking about, but regardless of the fact that this show is about why black people can't seem to get to respect each other, and y'all telling me that motherfuckers
our history is wrong.
And you know what?
Yes.
I'm about to get on that.
Yeah,
I'm get on that. But at the end of the day, we kind of went over like why. I think I talked about some shit where I said like this generation don't have heroes.
Right, no role models.
So the thing is, like, when you have a black man saying, I don't give a fuck if he Martin Luther King, Obama, whatever, like, regardless of whatever the fuck they doing behind closed doors, like, sometimes you need that image just for your kids to see that you can do it yourself. You can be able to be up there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
regardless. No.
What is a true hero?
Wait, let me finish.
What is a true hero?
Wait. Let me finish popping my shit. Because see, a hero ain't always a good person. Like, let me pop my shit real quick. So, by you having that image of this black man up there like that, and you seeing the shit that we going through, we can't fucking drink out the same water fountains. We can't go to the same fucking schools as these white motherfuckers.
But we can build it up.
No, wait. No, let me finish popping my shit. I'm not saying that we not building this shit, like, but I'm saying like it's an image, like, so regardless of what the fuck Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was doing or whatever shit that I don't know, they probably was down with them cool motherfuckers. It is what it is. But the thing is this though, when you got an image up there that's trying to show your people that it could be a better way to shit that we already fucking going through, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck what you doing behind closed doors.
So my thing is like, I see you see the thing you telling me one thing of what he doing and it's fine or whatever. You saying like, oh, he did this and this and he was this, and you saying the same thing. Okay, y'all both in agreement with each other. That's cool. I respect that. But the thing is though, you gotta also look at it from a perspective of like, nobody's perfect for one. Let's be all the way clear. I'm not saying that what I'm talking about on this show tonight is why we as us can't seem to keep our shit intact while all these other motherfucking races can get together, they can live together, they can eat together, they can work together, they can make money together, they can do all these shits together. But when it comes to our kind, this is what this shit is about. We always gotta sit there and jump to the shit where, oh, Martin Luther King wasn't always doing this and this and that. I'm not never saying that a black man can't do what. I'm not never saying that black people, we don't do everything correct.
We can't
Look, hold on. First of all, let me pop my shit because I'm not ready. I'm not done. So I'm not saying that he
was perfect.
Was perfect. Like, I'm not saying none of us is, but what I'm saying is every time somebody is in a spotlight, why we always gotta jump shit? You don't see the white. Let me sit up.
Yes, you
shit.
do.
Hold on. You don't see. Hold on. Wait.
You do, but you don't hear about it.
Okay, that's the thing.
You do, but you don't hear about it.
Let me say this to you though. You don't see. Goddamn it, Ocho Cinco and the goddamn Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Asians and shit talking about each other all like that. You may see it here every little bit, every now and then.
Do you got Telemundo?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Telemundo?
Fuck a Telemundo.
Do you have Telemundo? Because you got Telemundo, you gonna see how they talk about each other on Telemundo. I be watching so much.
Hold on,
see how they talk about each other.
My nigga, I got TMZ, my nigga. What you mean?
Fuck you mean?
So, but this is
motherfucking bitch, I lived in Hollywood. I used to walk past the damn TMZ place all the time.
But no, what I'm saying is like we have got to stop always criticizing our black men and black women for the shit that they don't do always correctly. Nothing in life, I don't give a fuck what walk it is. Like, we always gonna do something fucked up behind closed doors. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, us as black people, why we can't seem to always stand up for the people that's at least trying. Why we always gotta knock the man down because this man, oh, he did this, he ain't all the way 100, who the fuck is 100? Like, for real, let's keep this shit all the way up.
Nobody. You know where it steers from? It's not that.
You gonna find something in you gonna find a flaw. And my shit is down. Hold on, wait a minute, wait. Let me say my shit. You gonna find a flaw in every black person in this fucking room. None of us is perfect. Shit, it might be some shit where we might leave this motherfucking room and Josh may walk down the steps and be like, man, fuck that nigga sincere. Like, nigga ain't paying me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, shit like that. Like, instead of looking at it like, you know what? He got a vision. He done put me onto some shit. Let me rock out with this motherfucker. Right. Regardless of if it's right or wrong, like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the white motherfuckers, when you look at our shit,
but they don't broadcast they people. They put
that's my point. I'm trying to get you to understand.
They put them niggas on the shopping block.
Hold on, Neff, and I'm gonna let you say whatever you gotta say.
You need to step up like he said.
Fuck what
say
you
what you gotta say, because you been talking a whole lot. Neff, say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say, Neff.
Hold on. Let me say this. I'm not all that shit you may be correct about, but what I'm saying is that when there comes to us, fuck all the other races. I don't give a fuck if you gay, straight, bi, Puerto Rican. I don't give a fuck if you half black, Haitian, whatever the fuck. You got this melanin run through you, like you come from something that's bigger than this bullshit we talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, you sitting up here talking about Martin Luther King this and that and then Malcolm and this and this. I don't give a fuck about what they did in the back end.
Neither do I.
But at the end of the day, all I know is that for a fact that these motherfucking niggas was actually sitting out there fighting for some shit that we ain't fighting for right now.
They was corrupting what they was doing and why they was doing it.
But life is not a yellow brick road, though.
Guess what? Ain't that politics, though?
Duh.
So what is you saying?
You feel me? It's
but you still missed the point of what I saying.
No, I completely got what you said.
So what I mean by that then? What I mean by that?
Life is not a yellow brick fucking road.
Duh.
That's exactly what you saying.
Which goes back to what I was saying, which is why they went corrupt. white man's world without being corrupt. I get that. I completely get that, and it is a black man's world because we created this.
Hold on. First of all,
created this whole.
Hold on. Let me. And this is. I'm gonna pump your brakes on this. We got to get out of that notion of this is a white man's world.
Because it's not.
Let me. Hold on. Hold the fuck
you let me
on. Because when I tell you, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, because it goes across the board for all kind of shit that's going on in this world. First of all, we got to get out of this motherfucking what is it? Mind state of enslavement, mind thinking. That they run everything, they do everything, but guess what? Last time I checked, we was the ones that taught them every motherfucking thing they know. So,
because we been really here, what you mean?
And look, and hold on, and if it wasn't for
if I'm not mistaken, we had a language before we came here. They tried to teach us their language.
All of that, fuck with the language, all that shit. So let me get you together real quick. Listen to this though.
We branded. We put everything out.
Okay. Let me say this, and I'm a leader, and I'm gonna let y'all talk because I'm real passionate about this of why we don't stick together, and this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because at the end of the day, we don't stick together is because we always trying to put each other down on every little thing we do wrong. That shit ain't cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I don't give a fuck about what you did wrong, as long as you being real to me and this, that, and the third. Look, guess what? Nigga, you ain't gonna do everything right, and I ain't expecting you to do everything right. But we gotta get out of this always being 100 shit, and this, and that, and this. Nigga, you ain't no real nigga. This nigga, at the end of the day, you only can be whatever percentage you gonna be, and that's that.
We gotta get out of proving ourselves to people.
Man, wait a minute.
Proving ourselves to people.
Wait. We gotta get out of this slavery mentality of thinking how the white man wants to
live in the shit.
Trying to prove ourselves to people. We always trying to prove ourselves to people.
Because
speak on it, Neff.
And this is like you said, this a white man's world. How the fuck is it a white man's world when my people was the ones that motherfucking taught them bitches every motherfucking thing?
Everything they know.
That's because
everything they know. Everything that we got going here is created from us. We know that. We know that.
We gotta give it up to
we know that.
Too.
But we know that. We know that.
So stop. So
we know that.
I got a whole opinion about that shit.
This is what I'm
speak on it, Nev. Speak on it, Nev. Let him speak. Let him speak. Because we've been going back and forth, and we gonna do this all day.
With that native shit, no. Black people been here. They didn't come and get us off no fucking ship. And why you think fucking Africans don't like African American people?
Were we not Pangea beforehand?
Fuck, man, we been here. They didn't come get us. You mean to tell me, let's say it's 4,000 fucking Africans in Africa right now. You mean to tell me we gonna let some white motherfuckers who we don't know come off of a ship and take us where we don't know? Fuck no.
Did you see the Woman King? Did you see the Woman King?
Nah, see that shit is Hollywood.
That's why people been telling me they don't like it, because they know like the behind it. It's like, yeah, we're selling our people, but that's been generations of movies, black movies, that enslaved movies for years. It's showing that we ourselves have sold ourselves for us to still prosper in Africa.
But I don't see it that way. You don't
see it that way, but that's how they live, my nigga. That's literally how they live.
You're not gonna come to my shit, a foreigner, and take nothing about my shit.
In America?
Hell no, we been here.
In America?
We been here.
So if I'm in America and I come to your shit, yeah, that's the mentality. But you go over to Africa.
They didn't. No.
Yes, that's how.
No, that's not how that shit happens.
Baby.
That's not how that shit happens.
Literally
how
history was.
Hold on, y'all.
Wait, are you literally
if you go search up real Native Americans, them bitches is black. That's not Native American people.
I'm saying the enslaved people. Then people who were taken from their own country to come here. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, see,
not the natives.
I'm on something different. You see, when we was talking about the natives,
you're talking about the natives because you're trying to learn a history that's not yours.
What you mean?
The natives is not your history.
Wait a minute.
But we've been here. That's what I'm saying.
We have been here. Yes, we have been here.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What you mean the natives is not our history?
Because every black person got Native American in them.
Hold on.
And that's a fact.
Like, hold on. Like, see, this is the shit I'm on. Like, what you mean they ain't part of our history? Do you know every fucking race, including them motherfucking
white people,
came from niggas? Where you think they came from?
Niggas.
Not niggas.
They came from niggas. We been here first. We was here first.
You can't say the natives were here first and then say the niggas
I don't want to go off topic,
came in.
But I'm going to say this
that
one
makes
thing.
no sense.
I'm going to say this one thing.
That makes no sense to say the natives were here and then the niggas came and then now the niggas is natives.
Why are natives and niggas aren't two in this situation? We're the same people.
Okay,
no, we're not.
So look, peep this. I'm going to say this.
If you're Cherokee Indian, that's completely different from Igoji or something else, a different tribe in Africa.
Guess what? We all tribes, baby.
No, we not, because this speaks on the Black is Jealous. Why the real Africans who come over to America who hate African Americans
because we've already been here.
No, because they don't believe that we understand the realness in being from the motherland. That's why they hate us. We don't understand that. We don't understand the tribe life. We don't understand that type of shit. We only understand slavery and being in the modern day. That's all we understand. We don't understand tribal shit. We don't understand culture. We don't understand a way of being risen.
Hold on, wait. This is the part that you missing. And I get what you're saying.
And I don't mean culture and no religious shit where it's Christian or it's Buddhist and all that other shit. That's
I respect what you're saying.
That's false as fuck.
None of that. We ain't going into none of that religion shit. When you go back and look at, let's just go for Egypt, for instance, because we that's where a lot of shit for us kind of like they made it seem like that's where it started, but we know that ain't really, that's part of it. When you go back to like that part of time in life and how they were building and how they were creating dams and fucking
pyramids and
gold
shit.
And you know we always we've been flashy since the beginning of time. So look, check dig. The natives, us, I think we all had some type of same common ground because we all was doing the same shit.
Enslaved.
No, we ain't talking. No, this is the part you missing. We ain't talking about no slavery. We ain't talking about no religion. We ain't talking about none of that shit. We talking about survival and how we lived.
Exactly.
Period. So look, when you look at the natives,
they've been enslaved.
If you go back and look at like times,
you said like, Roman times. Niggas in Roman times. If you want kings or queens, you were enslaved.
No, we not talking about none of that because no, the fuck we was not at first. We was the kings and the motherfucking queens in this bitch.
Exactly.
Let's be all the way clear. We went up there and got the motherfuckers out the mountains and taught them how to be kings and queens. Let's be all the way clear. Like they didn't know shit about no motherfucking kings, queens. They was pissing and shitting in holes and shit. Let's be for real. They was motherfucking barbarians. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they call us savages, they the real motherfucking savages. If you want to all the way go there with that kind of shit. But when I'm not talking about that. But what I'm talking about is when you look at the natives, they knew how to farm. They knew how to just live off just nature, the land. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing, this shit that we going through now. No religion, none of that. We just talking about survival. In the beginning, they knew how to survive. Black people knew how to survive. It was the same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had crops. We had shit. That's why they went over there and took the fucking jewelry and shit, because we had all that shit. Like, you know, on our land. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it was prosperous.
They went over there because we figured out a way to survive and how to, shit. They couldn't even fucking stay in the sun.
First of all, they went over there for the goods we had. They went over there for the goods we had.
Wait. I'm not ready for that right now.
This shit's deep.
So look. By them surviving and by the natives and all of that shit surviving shit, when you look at an actual native shit, they can skin complexion ain't too far from this. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It ain't too far from this. Like, let's be all the way clear. Even when you look at some of these Japanese motherfuckers, they shit, and them especially Haitians, they ain't too far from this complexion either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you talking about just survival, and pure, like how to live off the land and how to everything, like when it kind of like all that energy shit and like just they wasn't preaching to no Jesus. They wasn't preaching to no God. To them was the sun. They called it raw. All that other shit. That's where Rah Rah A come from. My record label. I'm all about all of that shit. Like, let's be all the way. Let's get to the root of this shit. Like, so when you think deep about where all this shit started, we was all equal at one point until we went up there. Wait. Until we went up there. By us being kind-hearted and by us being carers and nurturers, because that's what black people are, if you don't know. We really care about shit. Like, we real passionate about shit. Wait. By us giving a fuck and going up there and helping all these other fucking... When we went up there and got the motherfuckers out, well, shit, it was almost like some territory we shouldn't even been touching. Mm-hmm. Kind of like the little story of which you get the whole Adam and Eve story where Eve went and fucking touched the fruit and she fucked up everything. It's the same fucking shit that we did when we went up there and we went and got them motherfucking barbaric motherfuckers out them caves. And what they do, we taught them how to read and write. We taught them how to look good.
Taught them motherfuckers how to be better than us.
We taught them how to have swag.
They ain't teach us how to do nothing. We already knew how to read and write. We had our own language.
This is what I'm about.
We had our own language.
Because
read and write what theirs.
But when you talk about anything that's going on in this life, you got to start from the root. You can't start from a point and period of time or slavery, this, that. Fuck all that slavery. Because at the end of the day, I'm about to bust your head wide open with this shit. We were selling our own motherfucking kind. What you mean? Like, the white motherfuckers didn't start that slavery shit off with us. We were selling our own kind to them. Like, let's
did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? I just said that. Literally.
Libra. She did.
Pause.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
like,
pause.
I'm just saying as us.
No.
Let me. No.
Pause.
Go ahead.
Pause.
Go ahead.
Pause.
Go ahead. Get your shit out because. Go ahead.
Cause you speaking my language. You speaking my language.
What you mean? I'm speaking your language.
You speaking. Is he not? Is we not here?
I'm all about my animals.
Let us hear.
I don't carry around this motherfucking this onk and all this shit in my ears and all this shit.
All that shit is peace and everything, tranquility and everything.
I don't carry around this shit for no reason.
All they bring.
Like, this shit means something. Like, and it's deep.
My
like,
G.
What is you talking about? Like, but this is what I'm saying. Like, we have got to stop always pointing fingers at what the fuck we doing wrong and start.
We ain't doing nothing wrong. No, we ain't never done nothing wrong.
In the beginning of this, you started it off with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Them motherfuckers was doing this and that, this. And what I'm just trying to get a point across is, as us as black people, we have got to stop pointing fingers at our own kind that's doing wrong, because nobody is perfect. Nobody is gonna do the right shit.
Very true. Because I pointed the finger to him, and then he pointed it back to me, and then he came back to him threefold, right? Did that.
Bro.
No, I want some. Yeah. Let me hear from y'all.
My opinion, slavery, all that shit does matter, because
it mattered.
Back then, like, you understand, we had no choice but to stay together because we was being oppressed. They was on our ass, you feel me? So, if you notice, once everybody left and all that was out the window, what else we got to do? We got nobody on our ass, so guess what? We on each other's ass. We killing each other.
We wasn't on each other's ass. We was on each other's ass on some grimy shit.
Right.
That's what we was taught.
You wanna, and this is
no. He on the good path. He on the good path with this one, because you gotta realize, like, back then, like, he right.
I was just letting y'all talk.
No, keep going. You got a hell of a point.
Yeah, I got you.
Keep going with that point, though.
That's why we can't get along, because ain't nobody on our ass. Ain't nobody on our ass, bro. When they was on us like that, Black Panthers, Vice Lord.
Oh GDs, don't include it.
No, just what I'm saying. All that was created to empower the environment, not destroy the environment. Yeah, I was a part of it, so I know.
I'm with you on that.
Because that's part of everything that's going on. You feel me? So that's why I brought
us as black people. We did create organizations. We did create organizations. That's what they was called.
We had to stick together to protect the women, protect the children. No killing. You couldn't rape a kid. None of that stuff.
So you feel like the new generations, we've taken that shit and turned that shit to what we want it to be.
To be real with you,
fucking dogged it.
It's
dog the respect of it. Dog the whole.
Let bro finish.
It's to the point that it's lost. It's lost. It can't be found, but it's lost. You know.
Cause on some real shit, this nigga older than you, me, and probably whatever. You being the street nigga, you wouldn't have paid this nigga no respects if you ain't know him.
You want me? This something about to bust
no.
Y'all. Look, hold on. No. Hold on.
If you speaking more in a general, if you speaking more as in a general aspect of that, then that's different. Cause me personally, I could be the streetest nigga in the world and listen to everything you got to say. You feel me? So it's just
one of the blessed ones.
It just depends who you talking to. I was taught you don't talk more so with your mouth. You listen with your ears.
See, that's because y'all coming up southern. I'm from the north.
I'm from the west.
In the north, they don't treat niggas like that.
I'm actually from the west.
You in the north. No, I'm from the north, Midwest north. Like, they don't treat niggas like that. You go up to like Ohio, Cleveland, New York, Jersey, all them areas. They don't treat niggas like that.
Right.
Like, it don't matter how old you is. I ain't gonna treat you respectfully because guess what, nigga? Whether you went through it, I'm going through it. It is what it is.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna fuck you up because I'm gonna get what I gotta get.
I feel that.
It's life. This is dog eat dog.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay, so let me say this to y'all. I get the worst hate from my own kind. And I don't know if y'all agree to that or not, but to me, I feel like I get the worst hate from my own kind. Everybody else that's a different race, they show me love.
That's because...
Wait. Now, I heard what you said about as far as like the gangs and everything and because that's what they were called at first. They weren't gangs. They were organizations of black people trying to get together to take care of the neighborhoods and all of that. That's what it started from. But then as time go elevation, everybody started looking at that shit differently and they start fucking it up. But I get that shit is true. What you saying is true. With all that doggy dog shit, okay, yeah, that's how we mentally think about a lot of shit. We be on some savage shit with our own kind and others.
Right.
Because we be on some robbery shit. Yeah.
That's
Wait. With you, you said that. What did you just say to her? That no, you said it to him. You was like, I could be the realest, the hardest nigga.
She was saying more so like, I could be a street nigga and he could be talking to me and I not give a fuck what he's saying. I was just saying, you know, the general of us would be like, hey, yeah, fuck what this nigga talking about.
Okay, now pause.
Yeah, where you from, that's how they think.
Y'all don't
that's
see,
how they think.
Now look, peep this. Y'all don't see all the common denominator in that whole thing? All three of y'all was saying that?
Yes.
What is it? Like, everything that y'all said has some sort of a value to it.
The time and the age difference.
But it all circles back to that one fucking entity.
Age difference.
No, it ain't that.
What's that? What is it?
It is the fact that we was trying to help each other. Then we started becoming this savage shit. Then we start to listen a little more. But the reason why all this shit is coming into play is because when you be oppressed for so long.
Right.
Wait, I ain't done. And when you become a follower and sheep and all these words that they use and all this other shit, and when a motherfucker hand you a holy Bible and say this is your God and this is what you supposed to do, that's what they did. Because when we sold some of our people to them and all of this shit, like when they was on them ships coming over here, guess what? They threw a book at us. That was that Bible. Some shit we ain't even had no recollection of. Like, where did this shit come from? So they threw a book at you like, boom, this is what comes from the Most High. and this is how you supposed. So by us being so oppressed mentally, it's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that we got to get out of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like what you said, because that's what it really needs to be. That's like, we really need to be together. That's what that's another thing. This show is really all about being. How can we get out of this slavery oppressed mental state of mind and being able to come together as a unit and love one another and I'm not talking about no other race. I'm just talking about black people in general. So it's don't talk about nobody else on this show right now. So this
whole episode was about the jealousy of it. Mm-hmm. Black oppression and all of that was not the jealousy of black people. The jealousy of black people comes from, like I said, the doggy dog thing. We were built.
What the jealousy of it was. No. Like I told you that the reason why we think the reason why you saying we on some doggy dog shit. The reason why we started all these organizations and this and that is because we sat up here and let these motherfuckers put all this shit in our mind that we are not supposed to stick together. Like, you know, and then you had a certain amount of people like Martin Luther King that you just sit up and shitted on, like Malcolm X. Malcolm X was on some shit.
You think I shitted on him? I was never trying to shit on him. I was never trying to shit on him. I was never trying to shit on him.
I'm not done. Let me pop my shit because y'all got me pop my shit. Yeah. Look. All that shit you said about them. You sat up here and said what you said, but then you got to look at it. They was at least trying to fight for something that was trying to keep us together and trying to give us some type of freedom.
Because back then niggas cared. Nowadays niggas don't give a fuck.
I can agree to that.
Back then niggas care. Nowadays niggas don't give a fuck about you showing your effort towards shit. They don't give a shit.
Because she can go outside right now and
fight for women's rights, and I did that. When I was in LA, I did that 2 years in a row. Turn me up one time. Turn me up one time. I did that 2 years in a row. I went to the women's fight in LA 2019, 2020. Walk the fucking streets of downtown LA. As shitty as it smelled, as much piss as it smelled like, I am walking down these motherfucking streets, past Skid Row, all that shit. Damn near almost ended up there. Like, seriously, like, I have fought for rights. I have walked my walk for rights.
Okay, so let me ask you.
When a motherfucker don't give a fuck,
let me ask you this then.
What am I really fighting for? What am I really talking about? And which is why we have this outlet. Which is why we have this outlet.
What, sweetie? At the end of the day, regardless if you fighting for them or not, you supposed to be fighting for self.
Which is what I was fighting for.
To see a greater good at whether two people follow you or one person follow you behind that. You standing up for something because you have pride and dignity.
And I always do.
You have moral compass in check and all these other little shit.
Fuck my moral compass, bitch. I'm a real ass motherfucker. I grew up the right way, which is respect a motherfucker. You treat somebody the way you want to be treated. Fuck a moral compass. What is the moral compass? What does that even mean?
Okay, well, you tell me what it means.
You tell me what it means, because that's an old school saying. You tell me what a moral compass means.
Right now.
What it mean? What it mean?
Episode 25.
What do have a moral compass mean?
Go get it.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, repost.
I'm not about to argue with you because I know what I'm saying. Like, but at the end of the day, like I said, like you fought for those things because you believed in something higher than yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not taking none of that away from you, but what I'm saying is us. And I'm gonna keep going back to this because that's what this show is about.
Us.
It's us.
No.
Stop pointing the finger at, oh, this black man doing this shit. he doing this. He need to go to school. This nigga ain't even got no college degree.
But you know
I did that earlier.
Like, I did that earlier. But this is what I'm saying. We need to stop putting each other down. Point blank period about all this shit we talking about. Like, we need to stop putting each other down. Period. Like,
yep. I did that shit earlier.
That's the only way we gonna elevate from any of this shit that's going on in the world. Like,
I did that shit earlier. This one girl in my job, she was like, oh, this girl, she just slow. Like, they got her working. I was like, I'm leaving. She taking over my shift. She was like, why? I'm like, she need to learn. She need to get in her place. She need to learn her place of being able to serve. Right. Like, everybody gonna serve how they serve. Like, you gonna give yourself to the people how you gonna give yourself to the people, but you got to learn. Yeah. Like, you ain't gonna learn by people just telling you what to do. So, I gave her my shift. I even paid her $50 just to take my shift. So, they're like, why you do that? Da, 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 da. How is she gonna learn? I said, homegirl, you black. Help her. You one of the smartest people here. You know the wines to the T. Help her. Teach her. Give her the insight. You know she gonna get tested on this. We get tested on it all the time. Teach her the shit. Let her know. If she come to you with questions, if you see her down bad, you see her in the weeds, help her out.
Right.
As a black female, knowing that you've been doing this for years and knowing that this is just a temporary job, help this girl get to where she need to get to.
Right.
Whether you don't care or not.
But everybody don't look at it like that, though. You know, some females.
But then you got meetings when niggas telling you got to be a part of the team and it's a team effort. And da, 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 da. Yeah.
But in certain cases, that shit is just preached to get you to come in. If that makes sense.
Very much true. But it takes a team to make an individual.
But we know that. But
it's no I in team, but it's always an I in success.
But you always got that one motherfucker on the team
because I succeed. I succeed. I succeed. I succeed. Did you not hear that? Did you not hear that one? No. Yes.
No.
I swear to God, I saw this. I saw this.
Put the camera on.
I saw this. They said there is no I in team, but there's an I in succeed.
She said that there's an I in success. I don't know where the I comes in success.
I
but I'm just saying, motherfuckers need to learn how to spell around it, bitch. Like, for real.
Spell
like,
success.
I thought it was a couple U's and C's.
I succeed. That is what I was getting to. Stop trying to make me seem like I'm retarded because I know there's no I in success. But it's I succeed. That's what it is.
Look, you looking like
you know what? I gotta pee. Fuck y'all.
Hey, what do you SC?
Y'all subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You don't pay me enough to care. Sincere.
Man. I'm just saying, like, okay, so let me ask y'all two this.
What's happening?
In the black community, y'all feel like it's a war going on?
A war. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like, and I ain't talking about
I'm gonna just keep it real with you.
And I ain't even talking.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you.
Go ahead.
What you talking about right now, all that shit you talking about that jealousy, ain't none of that shit gonna stop. Niggas gonna keep killing each other. Niggas gonna keep bodying each other. It's gonna keep being destruction. All that shit.
Because it's a constant hate that we go through. Stop. You feel me?
All right, we're gonna go on to 2030. Same shit going. Y'all gonna be older. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be in our spot. Y'all gonna see what the fuck we seeing and what we been through and what we. You know what I'm saying?
Because you remember how I mentioned that it starts with the music. You gotta understand these rappers and these people who's making this music. They go home to families every single fucking night. They've made it. They in Hollywood, this wood, Atlanta, out in the fucking forests and shit, living by they lonely. You get what I'm saying? I've lived by a fucking rapper, so I know how these motherfuckers live. They find these houses secluded and live by themselves, and they make this music that's popular to us. You get what I'm saying? So now people even younger than me, we looking at this shit like shit. He talking about killing a nigga too. Yeah, so you feel me? You feel me? Now every young nigga you know under the age of 14 got a burner on him trying to slay some shit. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you, Sosa.
That shit started with people who we idolize. Cause remember, like you said, we don't have heroes. So now we're looking to these rappers like these motherfuckers are our heroes. When in true reality, they the ones encouraging us to do fucking drugs. I just popped a perk 10, just popped a perk 30. What the fuck? There's no such thing as there's no such thing as a fucking perk 30. But you got every young nigga out here under the age of 15 wanting a fucking perk 30. Get the fuck out of here.
And they killing themselves too, cause these drugs is wiping
Like
them
what?
out, man.
Now somebody, hey, here, take this
On
per
that big
30.
score, man.
You take the shit. That shit fentanyl for real. What the fuck? That shit starts with music. That's why we can't seem to get fucking right, is because we idolized it. We idolize so much, even if it's not music. We idolize shit beyond ourselves. We think we put shit bigger than ourselves, so then now we live the shit that we see. I want to be just like that motherfucker. They made it, so I'm gonna make it too.
You right. I ain't got nothing to say. You right. I ain't.
That's exactly how that shit goes.
Let me ask y'all this. So you saying like this, it ain't gonna change.
Thank you.
We idolize everything. So let me ask y'all this: what y'all think? What y'all think needs to happen for it to change?
What to change?
That's the man.
Somebody, I say this. You know how we were speaking on, so
let
people have, everybody of their generation. How you got that Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. One of these motherfuckers one day gonna have to sit back and be like, damn, this shit. Enough is enough. You feel me? But it's gonna take somebody who has that image and already has that. Not even that, like him too. But prime example, how he said, "Young boy." Young boy went around on Instagram. You remember that "Stop the Violence" shit?
Yeah.
Everybody in the fucking world was saying that shit. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
I get what
it's gonna take somebody who has power.
Well, I want to say
already idolize, and they gonna have to look at that shit. And they gonna be like, "Look, enough is enough."
People may not idolize this person, but I do want to shout out Humble G, coming out of Cleveland, Ohio. He signed with Bad Boy back in the day. He was one of the people in Ohio because he was also on the intro to the Cavaliers when they would like do their intro to them playing the game. He was a violinist, one of the coldest violinists out of Cleveland, Ohio, and he would do this tour that I was a part of, that I would be there for, with schools in Cleveland, like the urban schools in Cleveland, and it was called the Stop the Hate Tour, and it was basically them going and letting kids know, like, we don't have to bully, we don't have to be hateful to each other. Exactly. And he would like put out his music, perform for them and everything. Like, it was like a whole thing. Like, I want to definitely shout out Humble G.
Shout out.
Global Entertainment. They are definitely doing their thing in Cleveland, Ohio with the Stop the Hate Tour. I love that shit. Keep it going.
See, I like what she said, because she said it really be in schools now too with that bullying shit.
Yeah.
How many motherfucking black people y'all know play violin that y'all know on the top of y'all head right now?
Not many.
I know too.
But it's probably a lot of them motherfuckers that play violin. But because we as black people have this image of how we should live and how we need to go to school and talk, and everybody want to be from this hood and this hood, and everybody want to. It's probably a lot of motherfuckers that can do a lot of real life. What's the word? Real constructive shit with their life. But because I'm gonna say this, black people, the majority of us, we look at that shit like, that shit not cool no more. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, you need to be out here doing this,
it's looked at as some simp shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, you simp.
Yeah, like, you're lame. You play the
head
fucking
ass nigga. Like,
you play the piano. Who the fuck plays the piano anymore?
I remember my grandmother when we used to stay off of
See, motherfuckers got this shit on how they feel like we're supposed to live and conduct ourselves, and they got the game fucked up. You get what I'm saying? That's how that's and that shit is.
But growing up, my grandmother, she made me practice piano.
Oh.
So I know, like, the little, intro shit. That's I used to practice piano. I used to do a little guitar and all that stuff. So
how many motherfuckers in school could she go to and tell that shit without them? Oh, you play this? Who the fuck? You couldn't. What the fuck? That shit.
That's
you get what I'm saying?
Right. All this shit is like.
You get what I'm saying?
The camera.
But you say that, and then it's like. Half these niggas is making money off this shit now. You got 3-year-olds that can play piano and drums better than a fucking 40-year-old who's done it for years.
And I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying the shit is not the shit that we normalize be bullshit. The shit that we so quick to want to do and want to praise be bullshit.
True.
I'm gonna say this is what another thing I don't and let me put it like this, because I don't want to like be shitting on our race like we just be doing some crazy shit, because
we do.
We got a lot of
shit on it.
Wait,
no, we do
shit on it.
Wait, let me say this, and then y'all can say what y'all gonna say. We got a lot of good shit about us.
Facts.
Everybody want to be black.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what race you are. You want to be black in some kind of way. They like the way we dress,
talk, speak.
We got the
right.
it factor. No hands down. Like we the ones making these people rich. All of that shit. Because if it wasn't for us going up in Tommy and throwing that shit on, everybody else wouldn't be throwing that shit on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta think other motherfuckers don't really buy into labels and shit like that. We do.
Because back in the 90s, before Tommy became a racial thing, it was a thing everybody wore.
Wait, let me finish saying what I got to say, and you can say what you gonna say. So we got that it factor. At the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong, we got like I said, us as a people, as a culture, like, we got a lot of good things about us. I just feel like at some point, like, we have got to say, like you were saying, when is enough, to actually start, like, controlling our narrative to something even greater. Like, I'm tired of seeing, like, every time I cut on the news, you got a black guy killing another black guy. Like, you don't never see us having shootouts with these other races and shit like that. Very rarely you will see that shit. But I get sick of seeing this shit. So that's why I'm like really talking about this, because I feel like it starts with a conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's almost like you need to know your power. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you have like platforms and shit like that, like, you have to be able to speak on these things to get people to open up and be more woke to shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And by us all in this room being different ages, different generations, whatever, whoop, we all got that same common thing. We all equal when it comes to this skin complexion.
So I wouldn't call it knowing your power. I would call it knowing your purpose.
Same shit. Power, purpose, etc.
Your power and your purpose is two completely different things.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Because when you working off power, it's more arrogant.
Like,
it's more. I'm in a space to be able to give you the power that I think you need because I'm there. When you working off purpose, it's off God given, it's off universe given, whatever higher power you feel like it's given. Okay, well, and this is what you hold up. This is what you are meant. Like, my aunt sat all 7 of my grandmother's grandchildren down one day and said, "You are all here for a purpose. We don't know what that purpose is. You don't even know what that purpose is, but you are here for a purpose."
Right.
So we all have to live out our purpose. Regardless of what it is or how it alters throughout life, there is a purpose that you're here for. And when you meet that, you will either succeed and be comfortable and happy, or you will the opposite.
Right.
Detriment yourself. Die giving your purpose to what it was meant for.
What they say, get rich or die trying.
Dead ass.
Same.
Dead ass.
For people who don't understand.
All right, 50
Hey,
50,
man. Have mercy on.
Call us 50. We need to be on power, man.
50 Cent cute. He used to be one of my loves.
This is all
what I was gonna say.
Everybody love power.
This is the thing. What I mean.
Fuck power. I was a get rich or die trying kid before power.
Oh yeah.
She did not.
Oh yeah. That's my time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when, for instance, like,
or thieves.
We gotta know some shit. We know some shit. And I heard what all y'all been saying tonight, and I'm gonna try to, cause I'm ready to wrap this up.
What?
You ready to wrap this up? And you didn't talk the entire night.
Hold on. Wait.
What?
I'm not wrapping it up. But I'm saying as far as what I'm got to say, and I'm gonna let y'all speak on what y'all want to talk about.
Cause you done talking. But the
thing is this: we know some shit, and it does us a disservice to not let our people in on what the fuck we know. Like you find some people out in this world that be like, man, you know you can get rich if you do this and this and this and that and then this, but they'll tell you only a certain part of it.
And then charge.
And then the thing is, they'll be secretly over there getting exactly what they trying to teach you, but they'll know exactly what it is that you need to do to get the shit off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, like,
oh, that's being a trick. That's being a stripper. If y'all never realize, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you never realize, when you think of bitches as hoes and tricks and this, that, and the third, what you think we thinking about?
Money.
But not only money, who got it? Because not everybody got money.
True.
And when you tricking, you got to think about it in a way where, okay, who got the money?
Yeah.
You got to go for the right money if you want to be the right trick.
True.
The top-notch trick. So, you doing that, and then you come across these, you know, niggas who talking good, but they ain't showing you nothing good. It's the same thing. That's literally life. It's the same thing whether you talking about a bitch being a hoe or a trick, or you talking about a nigga out here who just fucking with mad bitches is having a bunch of kids.
Wait a minute, you threw me
it's
all
money.
Hold on, wait. I was saying like how we know some shit, but then don't want to tell the other person on how to come up. So what the fuck does it have to do with being a trick and a hoe? You talking about the pimp and the trick? Is that what you saying? Like the pimp got the money and then he go out and pimp her off, and he.
All I'm saying is the trick don't need a pimp.
Like no,
you don't need a pimp to pimp yourself.
At the end of the day, pimping, tricking, all of it surviving. Everybody's trying to make a way out here, even if it's a bad way, even if it's illegal, legal. Everybody's trying to make a way. So
yeah, you right.
You don't need a pimp. Even hoes can be independent hoes.
Well, old girl say she gonna trick. She said she gonna trick.
We gonna talk to the community. We need to talk to all the community.
So if you
an independent hoe, be an independent hoe.
Lady Linda say he gonna trick big. She gonna trick. He gonna trick bigger.
Right. Like, and don't judge the bitch because she's an independent hoe.
Oh no, you gonna get judged, bitch, because if your booty hoes ain't rocking right, then you gonna have to get another one.
See, but that goes with Blacc is jealous. Shit, bitch, if I'm
Blacc is jealous.
I don't give a fuck what I'm doing.
Which is why I brought it up. We've been talking about this other shit. Let's talk about some real shit.
Right.
Shit, like
let's talk about some real gutter shit. Some real Blacc is jealous shit.
We got the flow.
Let's go.
The fuck, like I done been through these type of shits. Like I'm 30 years old. I done been through the stripping, the selling pussy, the this, that, and the third. Like I've been through shit like this. I done been through niggas beating on me and all that other shit, putting their fist in my face. I'm putting mine to their face, cause nigga, you ain't gonna never fuck come across me and I ain't gonna get mine is. Like you got me fucked up. Day, you got me fucked up. Ain't gonna let families stop playing with me. But all I'm saying is,
go talk your shit, everybody talk your shit.
Go ahead, you started the shit.
Talk your shit.
Y'all need to stop playing these hoes that's making the real money, because we get all y'all real money. The bitches that y'all call hoes, bitches, this, that, and the third, y'all would spend all y'all money with.
Oh, they gonna spend it.
All y'all money with all day, every day. But y'all show us no respect. You know where respect come from? Respect come from money.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta understand. Well,
put poom poom come out for what?
I don't know how tricks think.
Poom poom come out.
But I will say this: I feel like in the head of a trick, if I'm paying for some shit in that moment, I own that shit. Bitch, you're gonna do whatever the fuck I tell you to do, how I tell you to do it, when I tell you to do it.
If you wanna own it, you're gonna keep supplying for it. That's what that means.
I agree with that.
That's what that means.
Saying.
No, you don't agree with it. You don't agree with it.
Why
because
not?
You're saying, yeah, this is what a lot of guys do. Oh, yeah.
Why
this
don't
the bitch
I agree?
I'm fucking with, because I know niggas. How old is you?
20.
Yeah, my nigga. Stop playing with me. I'm 30 years old. Stop playing with me.
So tell me something.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, you say you want your poom poom head south. And then your bumper clad come across real bitches. You come across real bumper clad rod starred rude girls.
Right.
I'm putting this as some.
Rod starred rude girls, and then where you get?
Salute all the strippers. Everybody out there doing their thing. Salute all y'all.
Okay.
We love y'all.
I don't even know if you know this, but I put the colors on our mic while you talking that shit.
Okay, but look. Why don't I agree with what you said though?
Because you're young.
But why don't I agree?
You don't know nothing about nothing.
What don't I know?
About nothing.
How do you know?
I can tell you about your loins more so than you can tell me about mine, baby.
So
I promise you, mine's supple. Mine real supple. Yours are very tender. Very tender. Very tender.
I just want her to.
Yours are very tender.
Tell me a lot. You could tell me a lot, but like, what is it that you're trying to say?
Do you know how tender your loins is? Do you know? Do you know how tender your loins is?
Let me ask you, but what do you mean?
Do you know what loins mean?
What do you mean?
Do you know what loins mean?
It could be many different situations.
Your loins, your deep, your bottom.
Yeah.
Your libido, all that shit.
I know what pleases me.
Your loins.
But what about it?
How tender?
You want to know what it takes? Is you trying to ask me what it takes to get me off? Like, what is tender?
No, that's not.
Like, okay, what's tender?
I think you need to.
Because you break it down. Because you maybe
gonna break it down.
Since you know more than me, you could be teaching me something. What the fuck am I missing?
I'm teaching you right now.
What am I missing? You talking about tender shit? Shit get tender. I'm finna.
Talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Shit, they start getting tender. You start, that's what I'm saying. So,
go subscribe, man.
Since I'm
exclusive shit right here. Go subscribe, man. This exclusive. This ain't even what we're talking about.
Since I'm so young,
we turn.
You feel me? Since I'm so young, we turned
up. How tender are your loins?
Say how tender.
Yeah, what is my young ass missing with this tender loin shit?
Oh man, look.
It's no.
I guess it's just.
I'm about to defend that.
I'm gonna hold my own. But for you to say something to me, it needs to be explained. I'm not just gonna. You're not just gonna say something. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that. No, what the fuck is tender your loins?
First of all, I know you don't know.
So we gonna explain this shit? We
waiting for
you see how tense you're getting? That's how tender you are.
No, I want you to know. You can't. No, but you can't put.
So your loins is your bearings, like where you hide your deep feelings of your physical and emotional way you deal with people.
Okay. So having sex is what you're saying. Fucking. That's so.
That's not loins. That's not loins.
So you talking about how I
your
address
loins
people?
Are deeper than that.
How I address people with my how you could say something to me and it just.
You know what? Because I used to
slang terminology first.
Yeah.
Let's get that in there.
See, but you can't talk to me like that.
I know because that's the era that they don't know nothing about loins.
That was what she was trying to say, bro.
I used to have a friend back in West Hollywood.
Let me help you out.
Wait. I used to have a friend back in West Hollywood. He used to be like, he would greet me. He'd be like, "How's your loins?" I'd be like, "Very supple and tender."
Yeah, I don't know what that shit is. You can't talk to me like that.
I'm gonna help you out now. So when somebody say how tender you is, it's almost like. Let me think how I'm gonna put this.
But you got.
Hold on.
You gotta say this shit.
It's good.
I got you. So when you hear these words, so when you hear these words like tender, it's almost like as you live more.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
You go through the go through. You go through a whole bunch of shit, relationship.
That was slick though.
You go through.
I did that laugh.
Pretty much everything you go through, and then you get to this point where it's kind of like you become more understanding to life. You become more aware of just like everything. It could be friendships. It could be you and your mother. Like you start to see your mother.
The longevity of things.
On a more harder scale of like
long term.
Yeah. So when you hear loins, it's almost like, you know how a baby is very soft and an infant. I'm talking about an infant. Like an infant is still, it has to grow to be able to understand life.
Okay.
So when you hear loins, it's kind of like, when they say that, it's kind of like a softness. Like you still got a lot of growth.
Like a pillow.
But how you growing right now?
You still how you young, growing right now? Still got
well behind the ears type shit.
Yeah, like you hear those kind of
so words. When I say how's your loins, it's like how you growing
so
right
now. So basically saying that
growing?
at the end of the day, basically she's saying is that she more experienced.
That's all, bro.
Oh well, shit. That's all she had to say.
I'm saying I'm more experienced, but I'm also saying, how are you doing type shit. Like, how are your loins? Your loins are your deepest shit that you keep in you. That's emotional. That's emotional. So when I'm like, like I said, like back in the day when I was in LA, like I used to walk up to this gay nigga and I'd be like, hi. He used to tell me, he actually got me started on this. He'd be like, hi, your loins. And I'd be like, ooh, girl, supple and just press. Like, your loins is just stress. Your loins is your emotions, your deep emotions, like everything, all that extra experience that you're willing to let out.
Oh, but then shit, why you just didn't say that? You can't say shit like, how tender is your fucking loins and expect.
Because your loins be tender. Your deepest thoughts be tender. Like, you be tender.
Well, now, if you saying you on the level you more experienced than I am, well, then hell yeah, shit, I'm 20 years.
But on the gay sense, it do come from a different type of. I feel what
you mean? It's the same
No, because
shit.
he was gay, and I thought it came from a different sense. I didn't know what it came from, because he would be like, "How's your loins?" and I'd be like, "In what sense you trying to?"
It's the same thing. It's never nothing different.
Okay, because I always wanted to understand.
And now I will say this too. Let me refrain from that. Now, if he's saying it on a sense of some sexual shit, like, if they wore the fuck out, like,
right,
because he could be saying,
because he was right, because he would say that, and I'd be like, what, your booty hole blew the fuck out?
Because she asking me how tender my loins.
Because some gay guys, like, if they say some shit, and they talking to an actual female like that, they may be saying like her pussy lips wore the fuck out. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Every time he be like, how's your loins? I'd be like, blew the fuck out.
Shit together.
Yeah, I'd be like, blew the fuck out. He'd be like, how's your loins? I'd be like, yo, my booty hole blew the fuck out.
I'm like, what made me get off?
But no, she was going more for like.
Oh yeah, you ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for the blew the fuck out. She
was going for more of like the just growing, just getting older, just learning.
Why I'm not ready? I gotta learn this shit sometime.
I mean, so blew the fuck out is like pussy farting, like pussy just gone. Like, so basically it's like, I used to say that to him. He'd be like, how's your loins? I said, blew the fuck out. And I'm like, I know your booty hole blew the fuck out.
Okay. See, they going from a
gay standard. Right. That's how gays
wait. Cause see, that shit irritates me.
What's that?
It's not a gay thing. Because a straight nigga would say that to a female, like, how's your loins, bitch? Like, it's the same shit whether you gay or straight.
See, but we don't talk like that. This is the thing. It's just more blunt now.
Because this is something that was before in my generation. Yeah, we was on some bullshit. Y'all got y'all slang terminology. This is part of our slang.
I'm still always on some bullshit, so I'm always ask you about your loins.
But now I know what that shit means.
So when I ask you, just say it's supple.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
No, if you tell me it's supple, that means
I finish what I'm gonna say, because like I got a point to make.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't like when people box gay people anyway, like in certain shit. Like,
bitch, I'm gay. I ain't never boxed.
Wait, let me finish. So when you say words like that, you have to be very careful, because like I said, a straight man can say that to a female. Like, I done heard straight men say this shit to a female. Shit, that's where the fuck I got it from a hetero man. Like, so my thing is like, don't say it like, oh, this is what gays do, because no, it goes across the board whether you gay or straight, bi, whatever. Like, it's just what people say back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a slang terminology or shit back in motherfuckers that's older than me, 50 and 60-year-olds, they were saying it more so on some like
and they meant kids. They ain't mean
they meant it that way, but they meant it more on like some spiritual growth shit. Like, you gotta be like, you ain't old enough yet. Like, you ain't grew up enough yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? You still got a lot of learning to do, and that's the way a 50, 60-year-old would say loins. My generation, we'd be a bit more like on some silly, cocky shit, like trying to be funny with the shit, like, but we still meaning the same thing, like, so whether it's an older generation, my generation, her generation, yours, because this is 3 generations in this room. Lyric on the same generation as me, but it means something different, but it all comes down to the same thing. So I'm just saying to you, like, just be careful when you say certain things, because when you on camera, and when somebody watching this, they gonna be like, well, damn, why she gotta be all like it's a gay thing? Like, it ain't a gay thing. Like, this shit.
It's a gay thing for me because, bitch, I'm gay. The fuck? I've had gay relationships. I've been with women. I've had a whole 2-year relationship with a woman.
But you still missing the point of what I'm saying.
Honestly,
though, like,
I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut into.
I'm just saying,
it not being respectful to the whole genre of it. I am not saying that.
Yeah, don't if you gonna say something, make sure that it goes across the board.
Definitely.
You don't
want
I
wanted to.
And this is subjective.
I wanted to go across the board when it comes to loins. All y'all loins, LGBTQ, XYZ, elemental P. Like, I am going across the board of
them loins ain't grown yet
at all.
Like, none of our loins have grown.
None of them.
I got this joke from a friend in Hollywood that I was talking to, and his was real supple. So I just wanted to see if this young man had supple loins. Yeah, that's all.
That's what my head took that shit.
She basically saying like, you ain't.
Because when I say it to young people, they don't understand what I mean. So that's why I say it that way, because they looking at it like
it's going through. But once again, what this show is all about is why I keep saying, instead of you teaching somebody something, you downplay them like, oh, you not old enough yet. Wait, let me
this
finish.
is me teaching
this is
because
it
was a joke into a teaching.
But it was, the joke was good because I laughed my ass off.
It was on point. Give it to it. It was on point.
Right, so we gotta recognize it that way.
But the joke was there. But what I'm saying, like, us as black people, like, a lot of us, we can joke, but then you have people like what I just said earlier, how a person can know the knowledge and won't even teach the knowledge, but sit up there and crack a joke on you, and they'll tell you a little bit of this, and then let you walk away like, what the fuck?
And then he's sitting there like, what do loins mean?
Yeah.
Research that shit.
Instead of saying like, okay, this is what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Young blood, woo to woo to woo to woo. Like,
young
you know what
blood.
I'm saying? But that's why I had to let him know, like, because at first I was sitting back like, okay, is she gonna really give him the actual meaning to this shit? Like,
I wanted to joke a little bit.
I love to joke.
Even with me, shit, I'm looking at the joke like,
the low end. He like,
one thing about bro,
he's trying to figure it out.
He's smart as hell, so he far from dumb, so he looking like. You really, you know what I'm saying? But that was a good one though, and it was very educational for people out there that don't know it.
Yeah, because there's plenty of motherfuckers in my generation who don't know what loin. We don't ask each other like how. We don't.
How are your loins?
Yeah, that's
how are your loins? I literally walk into work and I ask people that all the time.
That's not a normal question anymore.
That ain't even of this generation.
Yeah,
it's not. That's how you know. You can tell your age by the way you talk.
Yeah, that's why I was just sitting there like, is she gonna tell him?
Nah, she gonna ride it out. I'm just sitting here like,
because I knew what you meant. Like, that's why I was laughing like, damn.
And that's why I said before she said
that. She said her age, and she said what she said, and then she went into that.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a boom.
But his generation don't get what that really.
That's
means.
the point of this.
Like, you gotta
to learn.
Like
for y'all to get it.
You gotta really.
So if you and honestly, I'm the type of bitch. Like I'm close to yours. How old are you?
20.
Okay.
No,
that's what I'm saying. I'm young.
I'm 30. So we 10 years apart.
I just told you it's 3 generations in this room.
So if I'm gonna say anything, I will say this: being close.
Decades in this room.
Being close to that, I will say this:
when I was
date people,
you was coming
deal
out the
with
pussy.
people. You know what?
When you was 10, I was coming out the coochie.
You was already here.
Huh? Yeah, you only 5 years older than me.
You was already. I'm talking about her.
I know, bro. I know.
No, you was already here.
I was like,
when I was 10,
I'm 5 years
when I was younger, because I have an older cousin who brought me up.
You was just now coming out the coop.
Exactly. My dad is his first cousin. I'm his second cousin.
Look. When you was 10. He was just now coming out the coop.
Wow.
It's 3 different generations.
It is,
3
man.
decades.
Yes.
3
this is why I told you before. And like, even though we Z people, like, there's a difference in generation. Like, my 90s from your 2000s is completely different.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't know shit about I wouldn't know nothing about
even past 95. It's completely different. So, like, if I'm telling you whatever I'm telling you, all I'm going to say is, since I've been a younger person, I've only dealt with older people.
Right.
And I ain't afraid to or ashamed to say that I've only dated older men. Right. Because I don't need nobody younger or my age telling me what I'm already doing.
Facts.
Showing me what I'm already doing.
I've always dated older people than me. Except for like once or twice, but
now no cougar. I mean, well, unless she got money. If she got money, then do what you got to do, plan. Do what you got to do, pimp. If she got bitch, shut up. If she got millions, you mean to tell me you ain't gonna go?
The fuck yeah? What you mean?
Turn up.
What you mean, bitch? Teach me some. What you mean?
That mean your loins is gonna be real tender and supple.
Stella got a groove back all the above.
With the darkest nigga, and you know dark bitches don't choose dark niggas. So you got a chance.
Yeah.
You got hell of a chance.
That shit crazy.
Ain't it crazy? Go subscribe, y'all.
Definitely, you don't pay me enough to fucking care.
One thing I can show, man. One thing I can say, it's a great show, though, man.
I just
why do you, like this whole outlet? Mm-hmm. Why y'all feel like y'all need to like just ingest in this? With us talking about the whole Blacc is jealous shit, because y'all can sit up here and be like, yeah, this nigga got his whole set up, we can rob this nigga, this, that, and the third. Why would you feel like you don't need to do all of that and you want to contribute more so?
Because when you believe in something, you got to be a part of that shit from the beginning to the end. Mm-hmm. Everybody just don't be. I'm not just this big rapper who just got famous one. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I had to struggle. I had to get told no this many fucking times, and I had to go through this and go through that.
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly. So this is a good start. Even if this is not like he said, you could go out and want to do some shit that further your career. You get what I'm saying?
And you coming off of Sebastian the Great.
Remember that.
But it's more so like
the Black. What is it called? I'm sorry. The Black Alpha family. Like this is a man who's done this for 10 plus years, if I'm not mistaken. Almost 10 plus years.
Even with the music shit.
Longer than that.
10 plus
like
years.
Like he say, even with his label, when it comes down to, I know a way to put you on. So I'm going to share that shit with you.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Even if it is, we starting from the fucking bottom together, I still put you on.
Bruh, you put me on.
Literally.
You get what I'm saying?
Bruh,
literally.
Look at me, bro, when I'm talking to you.
Literally.
You put me in the spotlight.
It's my family and I'm just coming on to it. You would have thought I've been would have started.
5 years from now, when this shit jumping, you going to be sitting like, damn. We going to be sitting in this motherfucker like, shit, he had us. Remember when we was in the room? Now we in the building. What the fuck you mean?
We gonna have us a Black Alpha Day. I'm letting it be known right now. We gonna have a Black Alpha Day. dedicated to the Most High. Don't cut me off. We gonna have a Black Alpha Day dedicated to the Most High, the person that has been putting us onto this podcast thing, like getting us into this spiritual movement of us being independent in what we want to do, love to do, like to do, as far as being independent bosses in our own. My cousin, my blood, my love, my family. I know him as Lamar. Y'all know him as Sebastian, Blacc Alpha. But he has given and put forth so much to dedicate himself to the you don't pay me enough to care.
The cause. Yeah.
And honestly, I see you, cuz we all see you. We all applaud you for being that seed, that planet for everybody else to build.
Yeah, because as long as as long as the motherfuckers around you see that, he on his grind every day, he really passionate about this shit, we gonna be right behind you. What you mean?
Because this whole episode is about Blacc is jealous. Right. We ain't gonna talk about jealous motherfuckers. We ain't jealous of you.
Right.
We ain't never been jealous of you. We appreciate you.
You feel me?
We made it here for you, even though at the last minute we all still tried to make it here for you, because we see what you're trying to really do.
We could be sitting in this motherfucker. This ain't my fucking show.
Yeah.
I know.
You get what I'm saying? So it's.
But Blacc is jealous. This whole episode is gonna be about my cousin, because
shout out to
Sebastian,
sincere, man.
Shout out to you, because you've made a whole movement for so long, fucking long.
I've been a part of it. And I've been
so fucking long, and you have.
I want to first of all, I want to take all the light off of me for a little minute. I appreciate all y'all what y'all saying, but let me tell y'all how this Black Alpha shit came about.
Let's hear it.
So y'all sitting next to the motherfucking Wolfman himself. Like, if you follow his page, his whole shit is about a wolf. Like,
my last name is How.
Mind you, me and him went and seen this movie called Alpha.
Yeah.
It's about some wolves and shit. Like, so we went to see this movie. The movie was good as well.
Great movie.
So when we came out of there, he was talking about he was like, bro, I got this clothing line. I want to call it Blacc Alpha. And I was like, bro, that's a live ass name. Like, so year that went past. At first, when it came to the production company itself, I'm sitting there like, okay, I know I want to do a production company, but I wanted to piggyback off of the record label shit, so we can have our own visual shit going on. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck would I call my production company? Like, I hit him up. Like, some just told me to hit him up and ask him. I don't know.
This history, y'all.
I don't even know where the fuck this shit came from. It was just like, call Lyrical, ask Lyrical, is he still gonna do anything with the name? So I called him. I said, bro, what you gonna do with that Blacc Alpha name? And I was like, I got a idea for it, but it ain't gonna go on the clothing line shit, which eventually it will, because that's the next step to it anyway, to put it on clothes and shit. But I wanted to do a production company with it. He was like, yeah, bro, go ahead and use that shit. I ain't doing shit with it right now. Like, go ahead. So he believed in what I had going on for me to even, I got the name from him.
Because you believed in me.
So it was like, what? Okay, cool. So I came up, I was like, okay, we Blacc Alpha Productions.
Absolutely.
So boom, that's how that came about. But what the Blacc stand for, this is another thing. BLAC stands for Black Leaders Allowed Change Through Visual Arts. So that's what the Black part stands for. Like, so that's what the whole movement is about. Like, it's about black people coming together to be able to show their creativity on all spectrums, whether you rap, sing, whatever. Like, so yeah.
Man,
so that's where all
that shit created in the motherfucker.
Yeah, because he hit me up and he was like, bro,
even when you look at
stop posting that on, said stop posting on Facebook, bro. I got something for you. That's all bad. I got enough shit going on anyway. Yeah. Wait for him to hit me up, and after that it was history. Blacc Alpha.
Yeah,
you know,
got the paperwork done, and it was out.
But
even if you look at the logo, if you look at the logo and the words is African symbols.
Yeah.
Right.
If you look at the words and all of the symbolisms and stuff inside the words and shit, like it's all African shit. And if you can actually literally go look up the symbols in there and see what those symbols mean. I'm not gonna tell y'all because I want y'all to do that shit yourself. So
shit,
it's funny. I used to like
if you look at them, you'll be like, well, damn, like this shit is deep, like.
Deep.
It's not some shit.
The record label, Rah Rah A Records. It's not really Rah Rah A. We say A, but it's really Rah Rah I-A. You say I-A. And it means loud world in, help me out. It's the west part of Africa.
Yeah, Ghana. Egyptian. Oh, Ghana.
Yeah, it's Ghanaian.
Just in case y'all out there wondering what Rah Rah A means.
But if it's Ghanaian, it's Ghanaian, but a lot of African tribes use the ah. They use the ah.
It's Rah Rah I.
I.
Because the A is really silent. It's I.
Right.
So, but it mean in English it means loud world.
Loud world.
And if you're in, I don't want to say, I forget what country, but they say, and then they have the girls doing the whole long dance thing,
So there you have it. And then if you look at the animals, each animal on each, like, because the Black Alpha is even if you look at the fucking animals that I have as far as the logo shit goes, the wolf, his whole body is leaves.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it ain't fur. Like, if you really look, like, zoom into this shit, like, you see it's leaves and shit like that. Like, so it's not even, like, just regular. And reason why I did that is because when you go into the natives, the wolf was a big thing with the natives. Like, in a lot of different tribes and religions and stuff, the wolf met a lot of different
standards. Expectations.
It meant like
it's a spiritual thing.
The spirituality of it is like being one with your people and
your tribe, the earth, the nature,
it means strength. It means unity. It means all these spirituality things. Like when you go look at Rah Rah A, it's the owl. The owl means wisdom. It means knowledge. It means it can see 360. It can see all angles, third eye, and all this other shit, like Egyptian shit. Like, so yeah, so
some thought was put into that motherfucker.
And then another thing with the owl has a red and a blue eye.
Yeah, red and blue eyes.
The owl has a red and a blue eye, and if you think about the Matrix, the red and the blue pill.
Life or death.
Life or death.
I was just finna say life or death.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why I be saying Rah Rah A for life, man. This ain't never gonna stop.
Cause you know a lot of these motherfuckers, they're just, oh, this looks cool, so I'm gonna put it on there. Y'all really, that's
gonna have a meaning to this.
Yeah.
Bro started this way back in 2017. What was it? What it was?
Rah Rah ain't been since 16.
16? Okay.
We didn't have it on paper till later.
You know what's so crazy? I just saw that movie, The Woman King.
I watched it.
And it was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy that Netflix recently just got it and it's just coming out of the box office. Like, damn.
Because when I watched that shit, I thought it was a brand new movie. I look at that shit like that shit been out. Like, what the?
But you gotta think about it. Like, we're off of the whole thing of everything being coming into like Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster? Oh my god. Or coming into like, you know, the movie scene, or like, cause now it's like digital, so it's like Amazon Prime or fucking Netflix or anything like that. Because when the pandemic hit, like, everybody who wanted to make a movie
couldn't make a movie.
They only could do it on Netflix. Because you think about it, the only way your movie can really come out in box office or like on the mainstream is after you having years of making this movie, and then it's put out.
Right.
Fucking Netflix make movies within a year, within months. Like, it's nothing. They pay people off. That's like the new box office. That's the new critics. That's the new people who telling, like, that's literally the new critics. Like, critics used to be people who would come and just show, like, literally show you, like, tell you, like, watch your movie, and these are like expensive paid people, and then tell you whether or not they like it.
Right.
And then that's what sells a fucking major film.
So, like,
the top boss people telling you that this is what it is.
Like some record label type shit.
Deadass.
Okay. I just be having to say shit so I can understand it.
No, deadass.
No, that's good. You're doing that.
Cause I worked for Sony when I moved out there for like maybe 4 or 5 months, and it was on some like weird shit. But I saw a lot of like weird shit happening. Like the people they had come through, and I saw major famous people coming through, and then like all the frustration leaving out and coming in and whatever. But it's literally a fuck system. It's literally a fuck system. Like when you saw that movie with, was it Getting Them to the Greek with Jonah Hill and the one
I think I know.
UK guy or whatever.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It literally is that. It's a mind fuck. It's literally a mind fuck. It's literally the craziest mind fuck you ever been through.
Hell yeah.
And then you end up on Santa Monica or Venice Beach like drunk as fuck.
Damn. That just goes to show all the shit you can get into in the world.
I'm gonna just put it like this: when it comes to like politics and money and shit, like y'all said it earlier, it's a doggy dog world out there. Like a lot of this shit, y'all see it and y'all be looking at the glit part of it, like, oh, this shit live, but not knowing the actual greed of the shit, like the underhand shit for how that shit got the way it is. And a lot of people,
you judging the book by its cover, but you haven't even read that motherfucker yet.
There you go. You said it, shit. Yeah, so all of that shit, like you gotta really read that shit, like music industry, film industry. It's a lot of politics and shit in that, and to be honest, like this is why I keep screaming, like we need to start sticking together more, because then we won't have to depend on these white motherfuckers,
right,
to get our shit off.
Cause we can
always need the white people though.
Let me put it like this.
We need somebody to fall back on. They always gotta fall on nigga. We need somebody to fall.
Once you get the capital to a point where you don't really need them, you don't need them.
It's just good to have them around.
It's good. It's that too. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say. We have got to get out of this mind. We got to get out of this mind frame of saying I need them. The fuck you don't.
And they're so used to us.
Guess what?
Needing them
on a certain. Let me put it like this.
Unless you want to deal with black niggas.
Let me dumb it down for you a little bit. On a certain level of.
You ain't never got to dumb it for me.
On a certain level of getting a capital to make our shit bubble. But I could have sworn there was black banks, there was black entrepreneurs, there was black rich people that you can get money to invest in. But once again,
that's not even dumbing it for me.
But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because we work off Bitcoin now, right?
Yeah.
So that's dumbing it for y'all.
I don't know shit about
that. That's dumbing it for y'all.
Nigga,
honestly, in my generation.
Downstairs in my bag.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You talking about Bitcoin? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I'm talking about Bitcoin that I put 50,000 on and I'm making $1 million off of in the next couple of years. That's Bitcoin.
Online currency.
Shit that that's some.
Remember how we was talking about the
fantasy? That's some fantasy money shit that don't even really exist for real.
No. So you mean to say debt is not fantasy money?
That's fantasy.
Is debt not fantasy money?
What?
Debt is literally money that you already own that they say that you pay back.
What you owning? So you mean to tell me you give a nigga a motherfucking $10,000 and you sitting there to wait for that shit to bubble up, and you just gave a nigga
if you sign away $10,000 to me, that's my debt, right? But that's lucrative $10,000 for me, right?
I'm listening.
So whatever I make off of that, that's my money. That ain't nothing I'm paying back.
How's you making anything off of something that isn't thin air?
So I get what she's saying.
Hold on.
But I get what you're saying too.
How's you making any money for it?
Let him speak on it.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to speak on it?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just because you saying like. You don't never see, like you speaking of, I don't see this fucking money, so how am I making it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that part. But then I get what she's saying, like, she thinking of a more over time type shit. Like, that's something that you just build on, that's without seeing.
What are you building?
What's Social Security? When niggas get Social Security, what are we building? All the years that we work back in the day, that's what Social Security was, right? It was what we worked for to build up to what we have worked for all these years, right? So all these years of me working all this shit, this is what I'm supposed to be getting paid back when I retire.
I'm listening.
So what they did was they took Bitcoin, they took a lot of other shit, and they made it to the point where it's not it's not your retirement money. It's money you can literally invest in on your kids, this, that, and the third, and boom, it's put back into you.
Think of it like a savings account, if that makes sense. Because Bitcoin is not something that you don't just start off with a specific amount of money.
Bitcoin is not a savings account because now it's become auto pay. And now it's become extra other shit. So it's not even a saving point.
It's not because it's an up and down type shit. Yeah, you right.
Reality fucking money.
Literally, which is money. Period.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Remember that we were told even in school that there was going to become a time where gold was going to be the only thing that was lucrative. Right now, it is the only thing that is lucrative. Like you can have money, you can have dollars, you can have $100 bills that are printed. It's not lucrative. The only thing lucrative right now is gold.
You done. It's still virtual reality money.
Let me ask you a question.
So guess what? You just gave a motherfucker your money to say, here, sit on this. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck is you making money off of giving somebody some money. How's you making anything back? You ain't selling shit.
You don't have to. You invested. What
are you investing in?
You invested in that company selling shit. So
your little 1%,
your little 1% shares.
Now we talking.
Your little 1% shares
Bitcoin
is building off of that money that they're making.
Okay.
Like stocks.
So basically, Bitcoin is you investing in somebody else's company. Is that what you're saying?
In a way, yes, but it's more than that. It's a stock, but it's a stock. It's a digital. Okay, you know what? It's a digital stock. Let's just say that it's a digital stock.
Right now,
if I bet into Bitcoin, I am digitally stocking. I am digitally stocking.
Okay, so look. So what are we stocking?
Digitally, we are stocking our dollars.
Stocking what?
Whatever we invest in.
What are you investing in?
Whatever the fuck you want to invest in. If you want to invest in the weed system, you can invest $1 into weed right now. And bitch, you gonna come up $20,000 next year.
Bitcoin is the investment.
This is what I'm saying.
And if you want to black market it, you can go that way.
Saying. You get your money out.
Go ahead. Because I'm going to explain it to you to where you explain it.
That you don't know and this and that. And this
no, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Wait.
You don't do that because you're not giving it out to nobody else. You are.
So where it's going? It's just sitting there?
Yes.
And where?
In your account.
Let me ask you a question.
So your money's just sitting there.
Literally, it's sitting there in your account for either them to take or you to build from.
So how do they?
Either they're gonna take all your money or they're gonna build from all your money.
So how are you making anything off of this if it's your money?
You never know. You never know.
So you that's why you just randomly.
That's why people should never be investors. Don't be an investor. Don't invest in shit. Invest in only yourself. Don't invest in shit. But yourself. I'm sorry. Don't invest in nothing but yourself.
Well, I mean, shit,
that is the point of what he's trying to make. I was gonna
try to explain it.
Don't invest in nothing but yourself.
I'm gonna let you. But the thing is, hold up.
No.
So I'm on my phone right now, like, ooh, I'm gonna get somebody my $100.
Go on, because I got rabbit.
Let's say
rabbit.
Your brand.
So I'm sitting here. Just looking at my $100 going to somebody. I don't even know. You
wouldn't even invest that whole $100. You would only invest $1 of that.
A minute.
Remember, 1 cent an investment for a homeless kid.
Fuck a 1 cent. I don't give a fuck if it's like 1 cent, like you said. I give my 1 cent up, and it's just sitting there. How do I take that 1 cent, and it's supposed to double, triple, quadruple?
The company is going to do it.
What company? I'm asking.
Whatever company you invest in.
Okay, so basically, Bitcoin is just like stock. Like you have all these companies,
and as
why
long
the fuck
as
you just didn't
and
say?
as long,
I kept asking, are you? But see, this is the thing.
I was going to explain this shit to you.
I'm about to let you do this. Go ahead, Matthew, because I'm gonna get in her ass. You gotta be fucked up.
Because this is how you gonna understand it. It's like, let's say this is your brand. This podcast is your brand. I don't know you from a can of paint. I'm your viewer. But you have it to where, let's say, I can invest in your brand. You have stocks. I invest in your stocks as long as your brand keeps going, as long as you keep pushing for it.
But where do your stocks come from?
What do you mean?
Where do your stocks come? You say I'm investing in your stocks. Where your stocks come from?
That's wherever his stocks come from.
Exactly.
I just invested in the motherfuckers.
So where my stocks come from?
Exactly.
Shit. We don't know where a lot of shit come from. We pay for it.
True. Japan.
China.
You get what I'm saying?
I just fucking said it. You giving your money out to a motherfucker that you don't know. That's just like going in a store, buying some clothes or some shit, and you pay for it. Boom.
It's called Wall Street.
But guess what? You don't get no money back.
Wall Street.
Take it and sell it and try to double the fucking interest off the shirt you bought. Like,
bitch, no, on some real shit. No, that don't even make sense because I had a nigga earlier today did a stupid sip.
I got a headache.
There was a little there was literally a little supermarket the other day.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
There was a supermarket today. Day next door. I said, okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna buy me a t-shirt or whatever. So I get over there. And then he says, I pull up these two t-shirts. That's one white t-shirt. It say, The Living, and then the other one is a Public Enemy t-shirt. I say, I want both of them. What you gonna pay me? Oh, the Public Enemy $200. The other one $35. I said, boy, I'll give you $100 for both. No, I can't do that.
Because he ain't making no profit out of it.
You gonna sell me a Public Enemy t-shirt that I can make myself
for $200
for less than,
but
and I'm offering you
let you say
for
too.
2 t-shirts.
I know what you finna say.
2 shitty ass t-shirts, $100.
I seen what she
said. And you're in
said.
a flea market.
I seen what she said, but I know what you finna say. Go ahead. I know what you finna say.
What I'm about to say? What I'm about to say?
Say it.
Go ahead. What
say
I'm about to
it. Say it.
In the brain,
say it.
brain.
Say it. Say it.
What I'm about to say now?
Say it.
So my point is,
where did your money go?
I'm sure I can hear your ass.
Where did your money go? Where did your money go?
That.
In my pocket, because I ain't buying
Guess
shit.
what? With him, he trying to make a profit off his shit, right? Because he done went up and printed up these t-shirts that you can do the shit yourself. So why the fuck would you take your money and give it to a motherfucker? You can go motherfucking do it yourself.
I ain't give him shit.
My point exactly.
I ain't give him a damn dime.
To some goddamn shit that's in the air, and you don't know if you gonna fucking get it back. Like, so why the fuck would I go get somebody my motherfucking money? Well, unless you get, it's a gamble. I give you that.
Yeah,
it's a gamble. I give you that unless you like to gamble and shit. But I ain't
for a Public Enemy shirt, no.
But I'm gonna tell you like this.
No.
When it come to my money, if I don't know where it's going,
or where it's been,
you got me fucked up. Cause I'm not throwing my shit out there to the internet, and that shit, if that shit don't come back,
all my life I had
I'll
to fight.
Fuck around.
You know what I told him?
All my life I had to fight.
You got me fucked up.
You know what I told him? I said, how much you charging me for these 2 shirts? He said $35, $200. I said, y'all niggas raping me.
You talking about Bitcoin? I'll give you some.
That's like she said.
You know what I did? I said, you take Bitcoin.
That's like telling the motherfucker you better not touch me with that razor.
Wait, baby, you take Bitcoin? Do you take Bitcoin? I want this $200 shirt. You take Bitcoin?
I give you $200 Bitcoin. Hey, shit, in 5 years. Hey, shit, in 5 years. In in 5 years this Bitcoin gonna be 200,000. Shit, what you talking about?
You charge 200 for this shirt now. It's gonna be way much more than that.
You gonna make 200,000 off this shirt, nigga?
Look, let's wrap this shit up, y'all. I got a headache.
Oh man, I'm too.
You gonna have to take a lot from this show.
You take Bitcoin, motherfucker.
This is when your loins is drawn out.
Hey, shit, your loins intact enough to take stock.
First of all, you don't even know nothing about no loins. Don't you say shit.
Shit, you taught me.
You don't know nothing about no
She taught me.
That she did.
I am so glad y'all
dead homies.
Ooh, and I don't get no love. You see how they do the woman? You see how they do the woman? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I'm the one that put y'all out.
Now that I really sit back, and think about it, she lowball just tried to little boy me lowball.
Literally.
Yeah, like
literally.
It's cool. But guess what though? It's always gonna be a different conversation.
Yeah.
She could have it this time.
Ooh, you should have been like, it's always gonna be respect.
No, I respect you.
No.
But you got the you got it. You got it.
And I would never disrespect you. I will always give you respect.
It's no disrespect.
Alright, y'all. Look, we're on episode 25 of Blacc is Jealous, and like, let's end this, y'all. Like I said, I got a headache.
It's lit. We ain't never Blacc and jealous. We ain't never Blacc and jealous.
Let's end this on a positive note. Give some affirmations to our cameras.
Shit, watch this.
Joshy.
I'm gonna put it like this. Let me just start it out. We gotta love one another, connect with each other more, be more understanding, listen more. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I know I can get a little bit of voices, but that's just because I'm real passionate about certain shit. And yeah, so like I said, love each other, and I'm just speaking on my people only. Mm-hmm. I love the races, I love y'all too, but just for my people, we need to love each other, understand more.
Amen,
and get together more and support each other more.
I'm gonna say this. Like the same way we just sat up here and we just had a whole argument. I mean, we did, but we didn't.
Debate.
Debate. Thank you. That's a good word. Mm-hmm. Debate. We gon' after this shit goes off, when it's time for everybody to go home, you have a good night. Get home safe. You don't be so quick to let confrontation, or if you feel like it's confrontation, to influence how you move around people. Right. You feel me? I always say, and I say this shit again, just because you don't fuck with somebody don't mean you gotta hate them. Right.
It's always a learning lesson.
Exactly. So
on this podcast, this is our entertainment. I don't mean to cut you off.
And we all fuck with each other.
Shit,
we all fuck with each other.
Shit. This podcast is our entertainment. At the end of the day, we ain't supposed. You can't take none of this. You can't take it to the heart, but you just gonna take it to the heart because when you believe in something, you believe in something. When you passionate, you passionate. Yes. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Whether y'all see us arguing,
and we all respect each other and each other's opinions. We definitely.
So let me ask y'all a question. I don't want to bring this shit back up, but do you feel like that's why black people are not the reason, but another reason why black people are so jealous is because we passionate about how we feel like we should be living? Like I could look at you and be passionate about how I feel like you should be living, or how I feel like
you give me the knowledge.
No, I'm asking, how do you feel about it?
Give me the knowledge. That's how I feel.
No.
That's how I feel.
Just something
if I feel like
don't get me wrong.
If I feel like you've given the knowledge, give me the knowledge.
You missed what he was saying. We as a people, we are very passionate about stuff. Like, period. Whatever it is, we real passionate about shit. But I feel like the reason why we are have hatred towards each other is because of the oppression he was talking about. Bro was talking about earlier, the slavery stuff sis was talking about earlier. I feel like it's programming. And we gotta unprogram that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like this is what they. This is how they
wanted it.
Right.
You know
right. This is how it's planned. And
because I always say that shit. They always when they be like, "Oh, Jay, you don't have to entertain shit," because they want you to act like fucking barbarians and monkeys. They want you to do that shit.
But see, it depends on what the conversation is. Like they don't want you to entertain that. What they want you to entertain is what
the bullshit
is. Not the bullshit is what they see. But it's like the knowledge you can give to that little nigga or the little person or whoever or that situation where you can change it to where that person ain't thinking of it in that same way.
I feel
they hear what you're saying and they coming out of it differently.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. What was you about to say, bro?
I mean, Blacc is jealous, but one thing about it, this to all the viewers and to my co-host. Number one thing is be the change.
Yes.
Be the difference. You know what I'm saying? If for as being jealous and all that, be the change. That's how we're gonna change this whole narrative. We gotta start, like Mike said, with the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror, the individual that you are. So we have to be the change. We have to. If we're gonna stop, all the jealousy, the crab in a bucket, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all, come from somewhere. We all have our own history, and we all respect each other. So we have to be the change, man. That's how we're going to see change.
Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Plant the seed.
This is why I throw these conversations out there, because I'm planting the seed for people.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have these discussions. When they watch this, I want them to go back and have a conversation.
Y'all, Lamar is lit and done.
Yeah. So we
I'm sorry,
we on
Sebastian.
episode 25 of Blacc is Jealous. And like I said, peace, blessings, and love to everybody out there.
Always.
And like I said, I'm here.
Amen, and I share.
25 on you don't pay me enough to motherfucking.
Shout out to Josh on the camera. Shout out to Josh on the camera.
You don't pay me enough to care.
Why we gotta stop cussing?
No, because I need to say the name of the show.
You don't pay me enough to care.
So it's we on episode 25. You don't pay me enough to care. Like I said, I'm here with my co-host, y'all. And we just was
and Bam Hollywood House.
Shout out Lyrical RSBM content. KB Life for me on Instagram. Holla at me.
Hey, you already know I'm Izzy. You feel me? We signing out. You feel me? Y'all stay up.
It's always.
And I always tell y'all, don't be out here tricking. I always say that shit every fucking time. Don't be out here tricking. Please
First
don't do
of all,
that shit.
ain't nothing wrong with tricking.
Ain't nothing wrong with tricking. Just like that.
R.I.P. Pimp Key, man. That tricking at the game, man.
R.I.P. Pimp C. Y'all tripping.
I be starting shit, boy.
Alright, we out.
Saying we out, y'all.
Peace.